I was replacing the washer in a silcock like this for a young woman in the basement of her home. And as I turned around, I saw that there was water on the floor underneath the hot water tank. At that point, I asked the woman what had happened. Where did the water come from? She said she really didn't know, but someone had told her that she needed a new hot water tank. It had a hole in it. I then looked at it and I says, well, let's start a process of elimination, see if we can do something here. And I took a container and I put it underneath the drop leg on this valve right here. And this is a temperature pressure control valve. If you get too much water pressure or the temperature gets too hot, it actually opens up by itself and releases the water. I said to her, we will put the container under, we'll wait a day or two, and we'll watch. If the water dries up on the floor and the container has water in it, we know then it is not the tank, that it's the temperature pressure valve. I left. I got a call back 2 or 3 days later. She says to me, yes, all the water did dry up on the floor. There was water in the container. I said, then simply go down to the bottom, turn your dial right here from where it says hot, turn it down just a fraction so that you will have lesser amount of hot water. The pressure will be reduced. And that was the end of it. I saved the woman a $350 hot water tank and the cost of installation.
You know, some guys listen and some don't. This is a story of a gentleman who did not listen. You know, Jack makes it a point to tell everybody when they go on a trip or an extended vacation that they should make it a point to turn off their main shut-off water valve. This gentleman either didn't care or didn't know where his main water shut-off was. And so he went away for 2 weeks in the Caribbean, and when he came back, his house became an extension of the Caribbean. It was flooded. $175,000 worth of damage, and to add insult to injury, he had to pay an exorbitant water bill for the water that had been spewing out while he was gone. Here's another horror story that Jack was called in on. Again, someone failed to shut off the main water valve when they went away on vacation, and there was tremendous damage. Now, this video was accompanied by a printed guide that divided up into sections dealing with problems that you run into in the maintenance of a home: water, electrical, plumbing, heating, air conditioning, etc. You locate in the guide the particular problem that you're dealing with. It will direct you to the appropriate place on the videotape. Simply fast forward the tape to the right spot, and hopefully we will have a clear, lucid explanation of how to deal with your problem and how to avoid incurring excessive expenses.